Good morning. Welcome back to the morning sports session. I'd like to introduce myself as always, your host, Big Ray, with my colleagues Denzel, Jarrell, and Patrick. Our topics for today are, we're going to continue with our predictions with the NFC South, Zeba being a possible felon, and the Christmas Day NBA matchups. Alright guys, we're going to start out today with the first bake like always. Today on the first bake, we're going to talk about the NFC South predictions. Jarrell?
Man, guys, I don't know. I walked into this, I was sure that Tampa Bay was going to win this division.
What? Tampa Bay?
The Buccaneers, man. I had faith in them. I had faith in Jameis.
He's doing jumping jacks.
But after looking at these schedules, I couldn't help but go a different route. Of course, at the bottom of the division, I got New Orleans. I mean, their defense, it's Drew Brees. Anything's possible. But their defense is not as strong. Mm-hmm. Like, they have a lot more holes to fill. Mm-hmm. So I have them finishing 7-9.
I'll get back to that later.
I have them finishing 7-9.
All right.
Shocker. Third place in the division, I have the Atlanta Falcons. Finishing 10-6, though.
Wow.
Whoa. I see them, they have a couple games where they're definitely going to win. A couple games that they may lose and may win. But that 10-6, I still think that's good for them. It's just not going to be good enough to win the division. Second, I have Tampa Bay Bucks finishing also 10-6. Jameis is coming around definitely. That run game. Hopefully Doug Martin's back out there healthy for them. That'll be a big addition for them.
He's still suspended coming into the season, though.
Yeah, he is. But I'm talking about like for the longevity of the season.
Yeah, they said they didn't draft a running back because they believe in him still.
Yeah, they still have faith in him. So I think if he can get it coming around, stay healthy too. He's another one who gets injured a lot. So if he can stay healthy once he comes back, that'll be nice for them. Addition to Deshaun.
Okay.
So, and winning the division, Carolina and Cam Newton finishing 12-4. Cam had a bad year. He didn't even have a bad year last year, but he wasn't his MVP form. I feel like this year with the addition of McCaffrey, Curtis Samuel, they got a couple other people that they can help Cam out, win some games. I feel like Cam's definitely going to be the person to watch this year.
First off, I want to let you guys know that this division, to me, probably is going to be the toughest division in football. Mm-hmm. I don't have anybody having a losing record, I should say. I have, at the bottom of this division, I'm sorry, Eric, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming in at 8-8. They already have Mike Evans in place. They brought in Deshaun Jackson. They drafted O.J. Howard. So, yes, they are going to be very good on offense. Plus, in the third round, I think they went out and got Chris Godwin from the Penn State line. Yep. So, they did bring in some pieces around Jameis, but I don't believe in their defense yet. So, I feel like 8-8 for them is a good year. Yeah. Could be better, but I think the future's bright. I'm going to go next. It's a toss-up here because at 2-3, I have Carolina and Atlanta splitting it. So, you guys know how I'm going to end this.
Same record.
But I have Carolina right now. I have them coming in at 9-7. Obviously, they have the most exciting quarterback in the game. Fresh off of a Super Bowl run, obviously, 2 years ago. They have the best linebacker, in my opinion, in Luke Kuechly. And then if you look at, they also went out and brought Julius Peppers back into the fold.
Yeah.
So, a linebacking core that was already strong last year got stronger. So I feel like a team that didn't do that good last year, the upside is there. Plus, like you said, they brought in McCaffrey and Samuel. So I see them being much better than they were last year, but not too much better. Now, Atlanta, on paper, they look great. They brought in Dontari Poe. Obviously, Trufant's back. Yep. But to me, as a Patriots fan and a man that I watched my team struggle after we lost to the Giants, and we went 18-0 and didn't win and then didn't get back for a while. It's tough. They blew one of the biggest leads in NFL Super Bowl history, and it's going to be tough for them mentally to get over it. So for me, I think that they have to mentally figure it out. Mm-hmm. And then I have coming in at 11-5, the winners of this division, the New Orleans Saints. Listen, they're going to make a run for Drew Brees. Like, he's 38 years old, and they reloaded it. They did get rid of B. Cooks. I'm not going to lie. Thank you. But they went out and brought in Ted Ginn Jr., obviously, they have AP, and then the defense that you said isn't as good. To me, they went out and got A.J. Klein, and they signed Manti Te'o.
Yep.
And in the first round, they got what? Marshawn Lattimore?
Yep.
Dude, I think they reloaded enough for Drew Brees, who you've already noted that you may want to get him in fantasy. You never know what's up with him, so I believe that it's his year to shine and get back on the field and be the man.
Hey, I completely disagree with the Saints. I mean, I agree. I think this is the toughest division in football, and I think that they do well outside the division, but I don't think they do well against their division in the division game. So I think that's where they get held back. I got them at 6-10. Atlanta 10-6, like you said, come back from the Super Bowl year. It's going to be tough. They got a lot of tough games. Tampa Bay, I really like them. I like what they did. They've reloaded. It's time for Jameis to take that next step as a quarterback, and I think he's going to do that. I got them at 12-4, not winning the division, but a very tough wildcard team. Carolina winning the division. Shout out to Cam, my boy. I love what they did. They surrounded him with pieces. Now he doesn't have to carry all the load. We're not going to see Cam taking all those hits anymore. He's going to be able to give the ball to somebody else. It's going to be fun to watch them. The defense, I think, is going to improve. And last year was their Super Bowl hangover. Now it's time for them to get back to business. I think they're going to be fine.
Did you guys think that receiving core is strong enough? That's what I just want to know.
Who, Carolina's?
Yes.
Kelvin's going to have to step up.
Kelvin's going to have to step up. I mean,
Hey, that's a good division. I mean, like we said, it's going to be tough. Just got to see what happens with it.
I guess.
But to continue on with football in the first break, we can wrap up these preseason games from today. There was a good bit on. Well, not on, but there was a good bit happening.
Yeah, there was.
Minnesota and Buffalo, 17-10. What happened, Pat?
Well, the old Rams quarterbacks, Case Keenum and Sam Bradford, actually had efficient days for the...
Sam Bradford was efficient for Minnesota last year, so...
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Bradford in the right system is a good quarterback. He actually was good for us. It was the ACL problems why he didn't pan out. 11-16, 121 yards for Keenum. He looked good. Dalvin, 5 carries, 13 yards. He did not a good day rushing the ball. Only averaged 2.5.
Receiving though.
Only averaging 2.5 yards rushing, but had 4 catches, 30 yards.
Yeah.
That's what separates Dalvin from everybody else. As you know, he's really good out of the backfield.
So what happened with Washington, Baltimore? I seen that Baltimore 23-3. Washington couldn't get out there and get anything done.
I want to know how
I mean, I'm not surprised. We'll get to that. I'm not surprised at all. Washington's they're not that deep. They're not that deep of a team. I don't have them doing too good this year at all.
Even with TP?
TP didn't even. TP didn't have a catch.
I can see that though.
Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk threw 5 passes today. So they didn't really play. They didn't really play anybody.
Yeah.
P. Ryan, the running back from Oklahoma, 6 carries, 15 yards. He's a draft pick for the Redskins this year.
Okay.
He didn't really have a good day. But Ryan Mallett is the big story I got from this for the Ravens. 9 of 18, 58 yards, 50% completion percentage. I mean,
he has to do better.
Obviously, 50% completion percentage is never going to get the job done in the NFL. So, I mean, once again, I'm going to reiterate it. Colin Kaepernick should be on that team, but whatever.
How's it go?
Okay.
You know it. What happened? So what happened to the Falcons today? Did they really let another team get a comeback in the first game of the
Super Bowl
preseason?
hangover. I think it's in their head.
Man.
I understand it's backups at that point that blew the league, but I think it's in the head.
I told you. That's what I'm really thinking.
And that's what happens.
It is.
It is. It really is.
First game of the preseason.
I mean, Matt Ryan looked good in his 3 passes. 3 passes, 32 yards, touchdown. Devontae Freeman caught a 15-yard touchdown. So, I mean, the starters look good, but it's in the blood.
Exactly.
Yeah, y'all paid me, dog, catching passes. So what happened? Oh, all right. They beat us, okay. But it's cool. It's just a preseason, so I'm
waiting
playing.
for this one.
What happened? All right,
Jimmy G did his thing.
Hey, yeah, Jimmy G
Of
definitely.
course. Jimmy G, 22, 28, 235, 2 touchdowns. Bill gave him a full workload today. A full sample size, and he did his thing.
Definitely.
I mean, that's what you want to see, but
What happened?
But is it what you want to see? Because I think eventually he's going to want more.
My highlight of the night was this Browns game.
What happened?
For sure.
Oh.
What was going on with Kaiser over there?
Browns win 20-14. They were down 14-13 with minute 58 left. Deshaun Kaiser completes a 45-yard touchdown for the game.
Yeah, that's your guy, huh?
11-18, 184 yards. I mean, I think that he's gonna win the starting job there as he should.
Yep, that's
He
his
should.
spot.
I mean,
that's his spot.
They didn't drop him for
you
nothing?
didn't. Yeah, you don't draft somebody for nothing.
He signed a Team Jordan for nothing.
Oh, for real? He signed a Jordan?
Yeah.
Yes, he
I didn't
is.
know that.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely big time then, huh?
Mhm.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah,
He's
we'll
on
see.
the
It's
Browns.
preseason. It's
But,
preseason,
hey,
but
Johnny
what a way to
Manziel was on the
start.
Browns. He didn't get no deal like that, so
No.
Nope.
that
And
didn't say so.
Kaiser's different. He's built different. He's big.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big quarterback. I mean, he compared himself to Cam Newton. I'm not going to give him that. He's not as physically spectacle as Cam Newton, but he is big.
Yeah.
I think
Strong arm.
it's
Yeah,
a different
strong arm.
quarterback. He's going to
We'll
be
see
good.
how
He's in the pocket, too.
He's in the
tough
pocket
division, though.
from Notre Dame. I mean, we know what Notre Dame quarterbacks can do. So
So what happened with Gary's team today? What happened with the Packers?
Packers look good, 24-9.
Go Pack, go.
Go.
Yeah,
Pack.
I mean, they didn't play many starters at all.
Yeah.
Brett Hundley went 8-15, 90 yards, touchdown and pick. I like Hundley.
How old?
I mean, I would like for him to be the quarterback in waiting, but how long is he going to
Yeah,
wait
exactly.
there? I
Yeah.
don't think he will be.
How'd Wentz do?
What's one possession, 456 yards, a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they're
Yeah.
moving
Hey,
the ball.
So he,
Did Alshon Jeffrey get in there at all? Do you know?
Yeah, did Elshon?
No,
I didn't catch that
I don't think Alshon played.
Okay, I didn't catch that game today, so I didn't.
Well, guys, we got, hey, those are some interesting games. It seems like all the teams are coming together nicely. Falcons, y'all need to really work on what y'all got going on, man.
Get over it.
Yeah, like, it happens to the best of them.
Thanks, though.
Get over it. Get over it.
All right, it's time for our next segment of the day, the burn run. Today's burn run to start out, NBA Christmas Day.
I'm really excited.
filled
What's
with
that schedule looking like?
matchups.
I'm really excited for Christmas. Christmas came early for Patrick, man. For the first time since 2001, the Sixers are going to play in a Christmas game.
Yeah.
And I think it's about time we deserve it. We're now getting some respect. We're going to play the Knicks to start out the Christmas slate, then followed by the marquee matchup of the day, Cleveland, Golden State, Washington, Boston. That
That's
series
gonna
got
be a good
heated last in the playoffs. Houston, OKC. I know we're all excited
Now-
for that, and Minnesota at the Lakers.
Now, is
Lonzo.
it crazy to you guys that I'm honestly probably most excited for the last game of the day?
No, Lonzo. That Lonzo.
Not
game's
even
gonna-
Yeah, Lonzo, but this
Yeah.
is the key for me is wherever Melo goes. Also, that's going to be the game I want to watch. I don't think he's going to be in that first game against
It's
the
only gonna
Sixers.
be Houston.
I
gonna
think he's
be
going to
in
be in the.
Houston.
I think he's going to be in the fourth game of the day in Houston, and
that
I think
game's
I would
gonna be
love to watch that
crazy.
game. OKC, what they got? Paul George now and Russie versus the big three that they'll have.
That's definitely
Plus-
that's my vote for a game of the night.
Don't forget, okay,
Hopefully, but as long as Melo's there.
That's going to be a Christmas present to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Great
be sitting
games.
under my
Good
tree
job,
on that one.
NBA.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Great job. Next up, Floyd and Connor. They want them lighter gloves, man.
Listen, guys. I know you guys are gonna say it may not be and it may be serious, but it's all still for a show for me.
Oh, yeah.
Floyd knows the rules are the rules, and the Nevada Commission, stated that the gloves, if you fight at 147, you can use 8-ounce gloves. At 154, you use 10-ounce gloves. Those are the rules. Floyd knows that. I think he's just allowing this to go on so people doesn't think that he's not willing to come down to what McGregor wants. But
Yeah.
ultimately,
rules are rules, like
Rules
you
are
said.
rules.
They both can agree on it. They can both fight for it all they want, but I don't think they're gonna pass it.
no way.
I mean, it gets ticket sales up though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that Floyd is trying to get it to pass just because he knows that if it does pass, people are going to buy this fight.
Hey, Floyd
for
has
sure.
fought with 8-ounce gloves his whole career, though. So, like, I mean, it's
It's
not.
nothing different.
yeah,
It's nothing
Floyd-
too different.
Floyd will
He'll
be fine.
But people are gonna think, oh, the smaller
Yeah.
gloves, Connor's gonna be
Connor
better.
can
He has
knock
a
him
better
out.
chance. No,
Absolutely not,
No.
because at the end of the day, Connor still can't touch
You
it.
gotta- you gotta
can't
touch it and
touch.
knock it
it's
Yeah.
still a joke, and those papers
You can't hit what you can't see.
Yeah.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Well, hey guys, you're not going to get what you want. Suck it up. Next topic for the burn run. The NFL finally decides to hire full-time referees.
It's about time.
Yeah,
24
seriously.
full-time refs, and they went on more consistent, high quality product on the field, and I couldn't appreciate it more since.
No.
I mean, their arrests were locked out in 2012, and you guys know what happened then. That debacle in Seattle. Seattle's
Phil Mary.
What happened is-
Phil Mary. Since then, what happened to the Seahawks since the Phil Mary? The
Exactly.
dynasty started.
Exactly.
The dynasty started that night with bad refereeing. A game against the Packers that they absolutely should not have won. 2 years ago, they won a game against the Lions that they shouldn't have won.
exactly. I
With
remember that.
Cam Chancellor batted the ball out of the end zone.
I'm just
I
excited.
mean, the
There's just been so many-
refs have been, it's just been bad, and I don't understand why it took so long. NBA has full-time refs. Baseball has full-time refs. Why would you not have full-time
Did you guys
referees?
notice how the NFL seems to
They're cheap.
mess up on a lot of this
They're
stuff?
cheap.
Yeah, they're cheap. Exactly.
together.
Yeah.
They're the richest.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know,
you think
but
this
you
is the,
won't go and get full-time
get it.
referees. It doesn't make sense.
Get it together.
They need to stop. They just need
About
to stop
time,
like that. But yeah, it was long overdue. Way too long. Next up, Zeba. Possibly
Man.
becoming a felon.
guys? Zebo, he just signed with Sacramento, so we all know the rules out west.
Dude, listen. Are you really about to make it? Are you really about to defend him?
It said intent to sell.
There's no way to really defend him at this point because there's not enough information out. But
Listen, yes, there is. From what? Listen, his lawyer. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
but
you're
his
good.
lawyer came out and said that the charges might be trumped up, and we don't really know yet, so I'm not going to judge. But if, from what I read, him and his friends are hanging out late night, causing a ruckus.
causing a disturbance.
Oh, here we
You heard me? I said
go.
a ruckus. If they were out there causing a ruckus,
Blocking the road,
Old
smoking.
man
throwing,
Slick.
bro,
They were having
threw
a
bottles
good
at a
time.
police.
Yeah, no, they did
Throw
say
bottles at and
bottles and
smashing
rocks
police
were
cars.
No, I think
damaging
that
police
That's a million-
cars.
I don't believe that. I think that is trumped up. I think that is trumped up. Why didn't Zebo? If you're
Why
throwing
would
bottles at a police car, I'm sorry.
Or
I hope
It's
not.
more's
Right.
more's gonna go down
Right.
than just a marijuana charge.
No,
I'm sorry. I, don't
understand,
believe
but listen,
that.
if it comes out that any of that is true, I mean, any of it to me, that's just as $1 million guy, as $1 million
What are you
man.
doing?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
get together?
It's
Grow up.
It's Cali, man. Let him live.
Thing is,
no.
go and get a license.
Go get a license.
That's
exactly.
that was the issue. He
exactly.
didn't have one, but he just got there.
Bro, there was guns. Come on. What is he out here doing?
Yeah, Zebo, you do need to find a better crowd, though.
He does.
Really.
He does. Denzel, this last topic's for you, man. Your buddy LeBron.
Got
In the messages.
Similar to Floyd, LeBron is selling it, and
Yes, he
I'm
is.
loving it.
Yes, he is.
He called LA home, and the thing was, he has a home there
Yeah, he
in
already
Cali,
got
and
one.
he's had one for 13 years.
How long?
Come on, man. He knows exactly what he's doing, and I'm loving every minute
And he
of
knows
it.
the words that are coming
He's
out.
he's
are being
dictating it.
heard.
He's not gonna ever let anyone control him. He controls the market, and he's selling himself. I love it.
I mean, the tweet I like the most is when he hit up Paul George talking about, I'm home in L.A. What's good? Let's ball. Is this foreshadowing? Are they going to be together next year in L.A.?
I would love to
Is this
see it.
what Ron's doing?
See, I'm thinking the more that he hypes it up, the more that we don't even know what's gonna happen.
No.
I think exactly.
It's gonna be like The Decision, but not so up front to where everyone hates him. He's gonna make up his own mind. But
Because this time
LA's
he
it.
can make a decision without people killing him.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
he's gonna have,
exactly.
so he's gonna have
Exactly.
fun with this.
He's
one.
gonna have a lot of fun with this one.
Well, that was another segment for the burn run. Next up, it's getting hot in here, fellas. You know what that means? The blaze point. And for some coaches, it's really getting hot in there. It's really getting hot in there.
Hey yo, can someone tell me why Marvin Lewis has a job go?
I can't because I think that Marvin Lewis should have been out, but they want to give him a chance. Okay, he's a good regular season coach. The Bengals are consistently a good team, consistently in the playoffs.
Yep.
But the problem is, what do you do when you get there? Marvin Lewis has never won a playoff game. Marvin Lewis continuously, and people blame it on the quarterback. Well, he's went there with 3 different quarterbacks now. What's the problem? You can't win. It's
A
you.
quarterback retired and forced himself in a trade. Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a play for
Carson,
you,
Carson Palmer lost. Go to the playoffs with McCarron. Lost.
Dalton.
Yeah. I mean Dalton, and then when Dalton was hurt,
Dalton
McCarron
got
was
hurt,
in there.
Oh, yeah.
McCarron was
Lost.
in there,
Yeah.
In a game that they should have won, but obviously they lost because their players aren't disciplined enough. because their players
Thank
aren't
you.
disciplined enough, and that falls back on who?
You gotta love it.
On the
That
head
falls
coach.
back on the head
On the
coach
head
every
coach
single
can't
time.
control his
I
players.
understand that you have bonehead players, Pac-Man Jones and Perfect, bonehead players, but you
Discipline.
decide to have them on the team. You have to control them. Period. He doesn't do a good job of that. They can't win playoff games, and if he doesn't win a playoff game this year, I predict that he's done.
See, I fully agree with that. I think Marvin Lewis has been on the hot seat for quite some time, and Cincinnati just needs one more playoff loss to get him out of there. But my biggest coach to be in the hot seat, possibly lose his job, Todd Bowles. As much as I like him coming from Arizona, he's a great defensive-minded coach. I feel like he is a great coach, but same thing as Marvin Lewis. I don't know if he has much control over his team. The Jets don't ever seem to be, like, a lot of people have issues, you know. I mean, Leonard Williams was just shown dragging one of his teammates out from a party because they were getting into some issues with people.
Jets have a lot.
Yeah, Bowles, and his team is just not set up for him right now. Like, he's going to take a lot of the backlash from his team being this bad.
See, I agree, but I think that Bulls is going to get a little bit of leeway. We've seen reports that the Jets are going to tank this year.
Yeah.
If their plan is on tanking, you don't fire the coach.
Yeah, it's
I
not
mean,
really
if you're planning on tanking, you can't
Build
fire
around
the coach. So,
Bowles
I
is
mean,
15
I think
and
it's going to
17
depend
as
what
a
the
coach.
product looks on the field, how the tanking looks, how their losses
15 and
look. Like,
17.
There's worse.
are
There's
they
worse.
competing?
There's worse
There's a
on the
lot
list.
worse. Yeah, there's a
John
lot
Fox
worse.
is 9-23, so you got to look at it.
Yep.
Look at that too. So I mean, there is definitely worse out there that still have jobs. So we're gonna have to hold out on Todd Bowles. I think
Yeah.
give him one more year because, like you said, if they're trying to throw, he should at least have one more
Yeah.
year. But let's talk about a coach that's on the hot seat that shouldn't, and I'm talking about John Harbaugh. Why is he there?
I can, as a AFC North fan, I can sit here and tell you I do not know.
Dude, he just won a Super Bowl within the last 5 years. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Now,
5 years ago.
5 years ago, exactly. Okay, so why? I don't understand how he could possibly be on a hot seat. I mean, if you look at his quarterback, he's not trained him, but he's coached him all the way up into being, at one
Yeah.
point he was the highest
He's
paid
molded
quarterback
him.
in the league.
Yep.
He molded him, exactly.
Yep.
Now he has him. He has a solid defense in place. I don't understand why they would even consider it. I don't think it's. I mean,
I
this
think-
is obviously
and
just
I think
list.
Coming
don't
from
think it's
me,
gonna
I think
happen.
the only reason why it's being considered, because if you think about it, Baltimore, they've always been a good team. You know what I mean? They've always been in contention somewhere, whether it's wild card or winning the division. They've battled
But
the
they've
Steelers
dropped
for
in the
years.
rankings.
But their team has fallen apart ever since that Ray Rice stuff,
but
man.
To
Like
me,
you said-
but to me, it's not his fault. They've had so many injuries.
No.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it's
And
not.
like you
So
said,
many
they always
injuries in
continue
Baltimore.
to battle the Steelers,
Yep.
which is Jarrell.
What?
So I know he got an extension, but to me, is this starting to symbolize like they've had 3 coaches since 1969?
That's all you need to say right
No,
there.
are they getting complacent?
No,
Did,
not at all.
Did they
I don't
sign?
think
Did
that's
they,
Not at all.
What has he proven? He has.
I
if
think
he-
it's a
no. What I'm
stability
saying is
thing
he's
in
not on the
Pittsburgh.
hot seat at all. Obviously, he's got his deal. But how can people like John Harbaugh be on the hot seat who won a Super Bowl more recent than him, who has been more successful in more recent history than him?
Because our
Tell me what he's-
organization is more reserved, I would say, in that sense.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Like,
complacency amongst the higher ups within the organization to me.
Here's the
And
thing,
that's why
I mean,
I can't stand the Steelers. for
Tomlin,
that.
he's entering year 11.
And he won with Bill Cowher's team.
Okay, you can say
Yeah.
that, but Bill Cowher's
did.
team, regardless, has to be coached by Mike Tomlin.
You're right.
He got him there. I mean, he's won 32 regular season games and 3 playoff games since 2014. I
But he
mean,
can't
it's not
be-
good enough because we won a Super Bowl.
And you can't beat us. He has not been able to beat the Patriots.
I don't put all blame on him.
that's
I do
my
not put-
problem.
I do
That's
not put
my
all
problem.
blame on him though, because for the longest time we kept and stuck with Dick LeBeau, who is a great coach, Hall of Famer, but he
guys
was very
play zone.
complacent.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
So why did you do it last year? Dick LeBeau wasn't there last year.
Tomlin,
But Keith Butler came from under Dick LeBeau, though.
But Tomlin
he
is-
was
so
the
then-
assistant
so
to
then
Dick
It's the
LeBeau.
coaches. So that means it comes down to the coaches.
Tomlin
so
has
Mike
to start-
Tomlin allows
exactly.
it.
Tomlin
so
is
that's
the one
his
who has,
fault.
Tomlin is the
I
one
think
who
it
has to
is
turn
Tomlin's
around.
fault
Yeah.
that they can't get over the hump against the Patriots because the reason why they can't do it, and Tom Brady came out and said it,
They
I
run the
played the
same-
same defense my whole
since
career
yeah.
against
Exactly.
the Steelers. I'm going to keep torching
But
them.
even
And
before
Mike
You gotta
Tomlin
change it.
will
And
change it up.
Tomlin needs to
And
change.
Tomlin is a
He's
defensive minded
coach.
coach.
That's his.
He
needs
is,
to
and
do
I agree
that.
with that.
Step
That's
up
where he
and do
needs to
it.
step up and say we need to be able to cover man a man, we need to be able to do zones. We need to
I
be
mean,
able to
obviously
blitz,
he's
like,
not
all
on the
that.
hot seat, but to me, I
But
think,
I know, I understand 100%
because I know
because
because
at the
there
end
been
of the
times
day,
when you talked about
Yeah.
long before the show that
Yes.
you've had him on your hot seat.
Yes.
So
Yes,
he
I
has to
agree.
figure it out.
I agree, but I also don't put all the blame on Tomlin. There's a lot of other factors, like you said, our
Yeah.
organization is so
We're saying that now in the
old-fashioned.
preseason. Come week 6, you guys are.
Come week 6,
You guys
put it
are
this
3
way.
and 2 going
Put it this
into
way.
week
You know
6.
me. I'm coming after Todd Haley before I'm coming after Mike Tomlin.
Hey,
That's
You
just
sound like
Hey,
that
I
right
think that
You sound
another
like
person.
that.
I think Zimmer. I think Zimmer's on the hot seat.
Yeah.
I mean, three seasons in Minnesota. He had 1 winning season and 0 playoff wins. Not horrible last year. Last year he had an inspirational story. I mean, all the injuries they had in Minnesota, and he still kept them afloat. But they need more results. They need more results, and I don't think they're going to be that good this year. I mean,
They lost their quarterback.
yeah,
for the
they
future.
lost their quarterback for the future, and I hate to
And
I hate to
Pico,
blame that on
obviously,
Zimmer,
all
but
that
it
stuff.
sucks. It sucks.
They're
I got
Yeah,
one for you
they
guys.
dismantled them.
Real quick, we kind of dismantled the Colts yesterday. Is Chuck Pagano on the hot seat?
I don't know because I think
That's,
he
uh,
obviously he's a survivor story, so that's going to be a hard one to let go of, considering how good he was of a coach at first, and their team isn't that good anymore. So I don't think it's his fault as much as it might be the people upstairs not bringing in the right people.
But if he
But it
misses
is
the
another
playoffs
one of
for
we
3
need
years in a row,
results.
Yeah.
if he misses the playoffs 3 years in a row, is that? And you know Jim
But the
Irsay,
Colts, the
he's
Colts
not
aren't.
shy.
Yeah, the Colts
Jim
aren't,
Irsay's
aren't a
not
team
shy.
that's complacent with missing the playoffs 3 years in a
Yeah.
row. So if it happens, I think there will be urgency.
Yeah.
Well, coaches, you that get it together, good job. You that need to get it together, get it together. Simple as that. Like, simple as that. It's time for our final segment of the day. You guys ready for your last hits?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Patrick, I want you to start off the last hit session today.
I'm going to give my last hit to the Los Angeles Rams, who yesterday at our joint practice
This man loves
with the
his team.
Chargers,
Die hard.
there was a bunch of fights that broke out against the Chargers yesterday.
Got real chippy.
All of which really the Rams came out on top. We didn't look like we were playing games, and looks like the Battle of LA is real, and we're the top dogs. We're showing it. I don't know why the Chargers wanted to get scrappy with us when
Didn't Roby
the-
Coleman get slammed?
after he boomed dude.
Okay, I just
After
wanted
he
to ask.
boomed dude, I ain't hearing that.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
Ivan, your teams ain't ready. Your team ain't ready. Don't come mess with us. Don't come mess with the big boys. We run the town.
Shots.
Oh my.
Then Jarrell?
I'm gonna have to give mine out to Tim Tebow. Story just
I'm
dropped
gonna pass
that back.
I'm gonna pass out to Tim Tebow too. So.
Yeah. Tim Tebow's getting my last hit because story just came out that July 29th, while playing a game, he was in the on-deck circle, okay, getting ready for an at-bat. Well, he saw a kid in the stands who happened to be autistic.
Didn't even know he was autistic.
Didn't even know. He was just chopping it up with him, everyday conversation. You know how Timmy is.
Yeah, I
He's
seen the tape. He should
real
be
nice
there.
guy. So he just having a good conversation. Well, it's time to at bat. He gets up, hits another home run.
Made the kid cried out
The
on
kid
his way
cried.
back to the seat.
Yeah, kid
That's
cried
right.
after. Like, Tim, he's just a
Yeah.
great
Amazing.
stories from Tim. Keep it up, man. I'm glad to see you doing well. It
Baseball might
may
be
just be
your thing.
minor league, but I'm glad to see you doing well in baseball.
I want my
Baseball
kid
might
to
be
be
this
like Tim Tebow. That's facts.
Yo,
Denzel, who'd you like to pass your last hit off to?
My man Boog asked me to talk about this guy today, so I'm going to talk about Dwayne Wade, and I'm also going to throw out a hit to Carmelo Anthony. D Wade, you're on a team that has been on the Christmas schedule since 2009, and they are not there this year. Please find your way to a team that LeBron can get to you next year, whether it's the Lakers or even Cleveland, because the fact that you're not there symbolizes that the NBA doesn't think that you're important. And Carmelo, please, the fact that you're on a team that may lose to the 76ers in the Christmas game, it's saying that you probably need to leave. So please find your way to Houston or find your way to somewhere LeBron can get to you so that next year you guys can be back in the limelight, because it's embarrassing.
There you have it, another great episode of the Morning Sports Session. We'll catch you guys Monday. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Peace.